Gentlemen, my name is Paul Coste, and it's a pleasure and an honor to have you as my audience today at in Romania. I'm streaming with Alexandru Tis from Romania. We are part and the crazy ones who started to put in BioTECH as our project into the market. And I don't want to talk too much at the beginning. What is BioTECH? Why it's important to talk about decentralized energy and decentralized energy modules combined with DEPIN, with decentralized physical infrastructure. We will take a look and see exactly in a video, which Alex, maybe you or I will see if I can get our YouTube channel fastest.
Please do share it.
Yeah. 1 second. Let me just open the right one, and then I'm going to, of course, as well share it. And you tell me if you hear the sound, because that's also important. So let's jump into it. Let's make it like that.
Yeah.
So that was 38 seconds to give you a short roundabout. What is the XDEM decentralized application which we have in development, and it's going to come the next 3 to 4 months. We're going to deploy it, where people can, via the app, see what the entire energy park and our streetlights, the DEPIN streetlights, are producing in energy, which is an ethical energy through wind, sun, but also other energy sources. And we will come to this a little bit later. But as well, of course, after or besides the app, we have the possibility to also see exactly the technology. And therefore, on our website, I would like to invite everybody really to go to the website to see the possibilities with this project. And today, before we start to tell you some details about why it's so important to be part of this project, I would like to, for those who don't know the location Romania in Europe, it's a very, very important location where we are actually part of coming future to be built right now within the next 3 months energy node. And we are going to do their grid balancing with over 40 megawatt hour grid balancing facilities and 4 megawatt photovoltaic. But if you calculate and if you see the perspective of deploying up to 100,000 streetlights, intelligent streetlights, and the XDEM modules worldwide, globally, we have a chance to really decentralize infrastructure, decentralize energy, which is very important, because by decentralizing energy, you can stabilize and balance grid, and balancing grid is a very, very highly income paid, let's say, service to do. And we are here in Constanța, and I share for you of Elizabeth Cremona, which is a senior energy analyst in Europe of Ember. Ember is a very, very high-rated organization, and they've wrote about the breaking borders, the future of Europe, of its interconnectors. And this is where we are active in this energy field, combined with real estate strategic points since 2007, actually. When we started 2015 with blockchain and with fintech, we actually went or a few days ago ahead the time into a field of Depen without even knowing it. And today I'm very, very glad and honored to be possible to showcase you this project, BioTECH, and why it's so important. It's very, very easy. Constanța, as you know, is a strategic point. And now since 1st January, we are member of the Schengen area, the Schengen states of the European, let's say, European Union elders family. This gives us an advantage of massive importance because we are the last piece of undeployed, ethical, clean energy and renewables. And Constanța is there a really hotspot for renewable energy. And actually our energy full node is directly in the near of the biggest together compound 798 megawatt wind farm in Europe. As you can see, there are a lot of news because Romania, with this 35 gigawatt possibilities of production, we are going to raise the production of renewable energy in order to export, in order to give energy to other countries surrounding us. And that's like Serbia, Bulgaria, but also to the West European countries, as well as Georgia and Azerbaijan or South Italy, Greece, through undersea cables. Okay, undersea cables, but not under the sea. It's actually through tunnels, which are more than 3,000 years old. And therefore, it's a very, very profitable business. On top of this, on top of the entire movement of renewable energy in Romania, and especially on the Black Sea area coast, where we have a lot of wind, we have also the support of the Romanian government, and therefore Romania is one of the biggest Eastern Europe energy hubs. And therefore, of course, we developed the Depen solution, and we're building it since 2015, have further researched and developed it and created a blockchain technology to it, which makes its profitability even better. We can deploy it globally, so we can partner globally with everybody and show them how to build it for their own or in their country with our help. And OPCOM, the Romanian governmental-owned electricity and gas operator, has its own platform with a lot of indexes, and I really want to show you that, because that's very important. Not every government or state in Europe has its own governmental-owned energy platform, but we in Romania have. And Romania, I don't know if you know, we have a very, very nice prices for energy. If we go to OPCOM, you can see here actually the prices of the day-ahead market, in euro per megawatt hour, and 164 to 186 are the values. That's a very, very, it's the base. You can see the peak and peak off and the peak of the prices. But what is very, very important is that we, on top of it, of course, we have also green certificates. Every megawatt produced energy gives us the energy price. If we do grid balancing, we get the grid balancing costs. On top of it, we get green certificates, which we can remunerate or monetize immediately. That gives us a real comfort in order to long-term, deploy 100,000 streetlights together with XDEMs, with the modules, in order to facilitate the expansion of different networks. And if you go on to euenergy.live, you have the live price of all the European countries and their energy costs. I want to tell you that based on our business plans and the targeted calculations which we've done on the energy prices, we had a 200,000 euro income just per month at the price of 100 euro per megawatt. But actually, the price today, if you go to Romania, it's 160 euro per megawatt hour, which is almost double that initial what we've discussed. In November last year, it was at 400 euro per megawatt hour. And I can imagine that due to inflation, due to the price politics and politics, the prices will soar. Yeah, they're not going to go down. That's for sure. And here we're coming with a top-notch solution in order to stabilize markets, to be, of course, at the forefront of a growing market. And that gives us the comfort to be one of the first 5,000 limited people which have access to BioTech XDEM HQ Founder, which is a bundle. It's not a cryptocurrency at present. It's a simple project in euro and US dollar, which is a company in Romania and building its energy park and deploying its infrastructure in a DePIN environment. And if you scroll to the points here, I'm going back to the website. Actually, before I show you this, we should go to the YouTube channel, and I should not talk so much because we've done a very, very, let's say, pretty telling video, which in under 3 minutes is going to resume and showcase you what we are building since 2010. We've deployed our first streetlights in Romania in the harbor in 2009 with our company CNC Romania, and in 2010 we've decided with our partners to open a branch in Romania, BioTech. So just enjoy this 3 minutes pointing out where we're going, and after we are coming back with some last highlights before we get you to the next step.
With the latest innovation in energy production and use of biotech, no string of energy goes to waste. When you harness the power of the sun and wind, you can illuminate a street whilst using the waste or remaining energy to mine digital currencies such as Bitcoin, XCB or others, and exchange it immediately through the already integrated blockchain. Our project begins on 5,000 square meters in Tuzla, Romania, where we are deploying in the coming weeks the first XDEMs together with the XD24. They all generate passive income besides turning cities from dark to light, and to be clever at the same time. With the BioTech Decentralized Energy 2.0 park of 4 megawatts per hour, 40 megawatts energy storage facility, and grid balancing energy node, BioTech XDEMs and XD24 streetlights produce enough energy to both send across borders, to export and assure ethical and sustainable long-term passive income streams. Due to digitization, tokenization at an environmental friendly blockchain, such as XCB Core blockchain, to monetize it and be legally compliant almost in every country globally. Our headquarters in Tuzla is situated at the hotspot of wind, sun, and advanced technologies such as DePINs. Schengen area, Constanța, Dobroja. But that doesn't mean you can't implement it at your house, in your company, and in your city. XD24 and 25 streetlight series, as well as the XDEMs, don't only confer light, but bring the old world to efficiency, reduce or eliminate energy costs, and turn ethical energy into wealth via blockchain as Web 4.0. Lighting as bonus to it. From electric car chargers to phone chargers, small IoT devices, CCTV surveillance, anti-theft protection, digital advertising, air quality monitoring, and many more. Generate passive income for 20 years and more. The implementation starts in the before the summer of 2025, and only 2,600 XDEM HQ Founder are now available from the total of 5,000. The anticipated targeted profits go up to 13.80% yearly for every early bird investor. Secure your spot in one of the limited XDEM HQ Founder bundles, and you will be one of the few revolutionary pioneers in clean, ethical, clever energy DePINs and fourth industrial revolution of the European market. Don't be surprised if next time you spot us in your city as we expand fast.
And I actually know that Alex is going mad now because he saw the mistake in the video. Alex, this is a live stream. And I want the audience to tell you guys, we are constantly upgrading the homepage, and we're constantly upgrading actually the information. If you go to the investment page, you're going to see that the setups, the XDEM bundles, they're not looking like in the video. So Alex, a shout out to you and to the design team for always giving us the every day new updates into the homepage. To our audience, I want to tell and to let you know that here with our company, with BioTech International, and with this ecosystem which we are building based on smart or clever, intelligent, decentralized energy modules and infrastructure streetlights, we are pioneering and actually we are thriving the wind of change from dark to light. And every administration out there, from the USA administration with Mr. Trump to Romania, and every other administration is now seeking for possibilities to reduce costs, to eliminate costs where it's possible, and to open ethical income streams to their communities. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you that BioTech International, with those XDEM modules and the streetlight possibilities, we have here a technology which can be given out immediately globally to everybody and can make the lives of people better. It can open income streams to communities, of course, to mayors and to local authorities, like we do for our local authority in Tuzla, in Romania, where we are deploying within the next, I don't want to say more, but if we are a little bit lucky, before the 28th of February, the first streetlights are standing on site. Of course, we will not have at the 28th or at the end of February already the part of blockchain integrated. We don't want that. First of all, we want to have the streetlights here, and then we want to start the live data checking to see exactly what it means to have 1,000 streetlights, because I can make you a very rough calculation. If you have today 1,000 streetlights and you have at least a 2 meters per second wind in your area, you can benefit of a 24 megawatts per hour, 24 megawatts per hour per day, yeah, for your community. And that's a very 24 megawatt a day, yeah, for your community. Calculated with the energy price, I think that's a very brilliant income source. I didn't spoke about the photovoltaic panels. I just mentioned 1 kilowatt turbine with 1,000 streetlights, and then you have 24 megawatt. In Europe, and I go back to the prices, in Europe, it's a wonderful income per day. Let me tell you, 24 megawatts per day, multiplied with 160 euro per hour. It's very good. If you on top digitize the energy production, you get rewarded by a blockchain. If you then stabilize also the grid by having accumulators to it or storage facility, it get even better. So calculated that we are using European grants and subsidies in order to facilitate villages, for instance, which have no connection at all, that don't even have streets, to put them some streetlights there, to have connection via their mobile phones to a community, a global community, and be possible to be part of the economy. I think that's the most brilliant tool and possibility which we've brought up here together in BioTech. And now I'm at the end. Actually, of course, we are offering possibilities of participating in our project. You have with us here on the button the presentation, which is a very, let's say, short explainer of where we are today. We have it in German, in English. So let's click today the English version, and let me show you here on the button. And thank you again, Alex, and our designer our designers in the office who've helped us to get this information now together. Of course, within the next days and weeks, other information will be shared. Shared tabs can be scrolled. Okay. In the next few weeks, we will of course show also the other informations which we have prepared. We are putting them together. So that's the table of contents. You can see here the different topics of this presentation. I don't want to tell you now the entire presentation. Actually, it shows you the unique selling points and the points of why to take this technology serious. It comes very, very fast. And yes, people say, don't use this because it's too big. But actually, we are like a small Tesla, Starlink, Telecom, Vodafone, Orange, and everybody of them together in one. We are at the start. It's really like that. But you know what? We are very cost effective. I don't need to send no satellites into the sphere in order to have connection. I can do this with a bunch of Linux servers, let's say it like this, here on planet Earth through, normal connection, which is starting at the ground zero and going up to Li-Fi, the newest light speed connectivity. Yeah, that's the market potential which we see with our energy point, the grid balancing point in Constanța, which is very important. We are seeking a funding in the first round of 2,600 XDEM HQ founders, each with €1,000. So it's around $2,570,000 US or euro, better said. It's not US dollars, it's euro because we are a European company. What can you expect? As said to you, in our business plan, at a calculation of €100 per megawatt hour, just through the 40 megawatts energy facility of storage and grid balancing with the 4 megawatt of photovoltaic, we are calculating a €200,000 per month on 20 years. That's our power purchase agreement saying. If we calculate that €400 has been already reached last year in November, which is an €800,000 a month. Yeah, I think that looks nice. €800, it's a fabulous number. It comes together if you do grid balancing, and the cost of the service raises actually your price of energy and income per month. And you can see yourself what you get per year. So basically, the investor or those investors, the 2,600 people coming with €1,000 each, they're actually getting in the first year at the minimum cost their money back. And for 20 years, they're going to be paid. How much we are getting together, this is exactly what we're going to share with those HQ founder investors of us. It's very easy today. One XDEM HQ founder is €1,000, and it brings up to 17,000, 60% on a 20 years base. That's the calculation on €100 per megawatt hour. So people say, you're crazy. How can you come up with such numbers? That's the calculation based on these numbers. And if I calculate with €400 per megawatt or €800, I think Alex will kill me immediately, will say, you're crazy, Paul. How can this be? But these are the numbers. In euro, we can check them and you can calculate them vice versa. This is what comes out. On top of this, and I want to make it very, very clear, our technologies have a lot of features, from charging vehicles, from electric vehicles, of course, from a lot of type of features which bring income to those communities, to those locations where we build up this technology in partnership with the locals. Doesn't matter if they're privates or personal people or companies or institutions and organizations. What we do is we are having an expert team, and I really need to say it, an expert team in putting together strategic, high-class performance infrastructural solutions. Okay, and what we do with the funds is very, very simple. We are scaling our peer-to-peer network on a global base, and we are starting in Tuzla. This is the first point, but we are not going to be just in Tuzla. 30% of it is going to be to expand in our partnership on market reach, and 20% is for operational cost and capabilities and infrastructure planned on the company. It's a self-sustaining business. It doesn't need so much employees. You have a good energy trader, you have a good team who operates the energy park, and everything else is just maintenance and keeping it clean and tidy and keeping it running for more than 20, 30, or 100 years. Our products have a lifetime warranty, so our warranty is 30 years and more. And of course, we've completed our first pilot project in a small initial, let's say, peer-to-peer system in 2010 without having a network on it put out, but we streamed to our container, so it was on a wireless system. We secured partnerships and are ongoing right now within the next weeks to secure partnerships, and some of you will be remaining amazed of what we got together. And of course, we are getting recognized for the performance which we've done the last 10 years and more in this field. Are since 2007 in the Romanian energy and real estate market involved, and we understand that the next few months after now, we think in March, April, we can start to build from the weather perspective the energy park, and we will do this. And in February, we are starting now in end of February to fit up the first poles and streetlights in Tuzla, and from there, every month are going to be deployed more and more in Tuzla and the other locations. And let's see where we arrive, let's say at the end of 2025. Yeah, because this summer, don't forget, we with CNC Romania and BioTech, we have our events, our live events where people can come and see and touch the entire technology. Then by then the XDEM decentralized application should be deployed. And now I'm at the end. Actually, I could probably talk another 3 weeks about this project and about the possibilities with our technology, but here we are. We are at the end, and I would open, Alex, actually right now, and give the possibilities which are talking English the possibility to ask their question. Maybe we are stopping the recording for privacy issues, and or keeping it on if the